because you got to act like you got some home training. Hey, what's going on, guys? Victor Chambers here, back with another video. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. On this channel, I bring you along my journey as a notary, loan signing agent, and entrepreneur. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload brand new content. So in this video, we're going to talk about 10 tips for signing agent etiquette success. So as a mobile notary loan signing agent, however you want to call it, you are effectively an independent entrepreneur. However, being a loan signing agent, you are representing both the title companies and the lenders or the escrow companies that you're working on behalf of. And for them, like any good business, customer service is their number one priority. So the expectation of you as a notary loan signing agent is to also deliver stellar customer service to the borrowers and the people that you're actually meeting with. So there's a set of rules or guidelines or a code of conduct that you should essentially follow when you're meeting with clients of these title companies, escrow companies, and mortgage companies. Again, although you are independent and you may not work directly for the title company or directly for the lender or directly for the escrow office, you are working on their behalf and you are representing them. So the service you provide is a reflection of the title company, escrow officer, or mortgage company. So I want to talk about 10 tips for signing agent etiquette success. Now, these are not things that I just pulled out of the sky. These are expectations that many title companies, signing services, mortgage companies, escrow offers are setting forth as the expectations they have for their signing agents. Now, having done over 100 signings, I can pretty much vouch for the fact that this is a good set of guidelines to follow as a notary loan signing agent. The first tip is to be on time. When you accept an assignment for a certain time, it's highly likely that that time was agreed upon between the lender or title company and the borrower, and often it's around the borrower's schedule. So it's important to be on time and to be able to accommodate that time. In other words, if you're going to be late, you need to let the signing service, title company, and the borrower know. If you need to reschedule or if you need to move things around, you need to speak with the title company, escrow officer, signing service, and the borrower to ensure that they're okay with you moving the time around. Or if the borrower requests the time to be moved around, you should notify the title company, escrow officer, signing service that the borrower has requested for that time to be moved. The time is very important for many reasons. One, because it was already agreed on before, and two, that many loans often have funding requirements which require certain timelines to be met for funds to be released, to be dispersed, and obviously that depends on the kind of transaction it is. Also, the time could affect your ability to be able to drop the documents to FedEx or UPS on time so they can be delivered back to the title company or to the lender. The second tip is to be polite. This is important because you're being compensated for a service that you're providing. And no one wants to have a bad experience that they're paying for. No, the borrower is not paying you directly. However, your fee is included somewhere in part of their closing costs. So effectively, they're the ones paying you. And this kind of goes back to the golden rule. It's important to treat people with the level of service and in the way that you would want to be treated. Y'all know when y'all go to many of these fast food restaurants, and I'm not going to name any off the top, where the service is absolutely horrible. But if you go to other fast food restaurants, not going to name any names, where the people are super kind and super friendly, and absolutely you can tell that they care about making sure that you're provided with a great experience. You want to provide these customers and these borrowers with a great signing experience, so it's important for you to be polite. That means if you normally walk around with a little stinky attitude, then you need to fix that before you walk into a borrower's home. The third tip is to be professional. After all, you are a notary professional and you are essentially a commissioned public official of your state. It's important for you to be professional because not only are you handling loan documents that are very important, but you're also handling people's confidential information and sensitive information that discloses much about them in terms of their financial situation. There's a lot of work and effort on behalf of everyone involved, the lender, the title company, and the borrower, to actually put the terms of the documents together that you're having them sign. So it's important that you present yourself as a professional for that reason. The fourth tip, and I've mentioned this a little bit in the other videos, is to not answer personal calls or texts while you're in a signing appointment. Now, some people may disagree with me and think that it's okay to answer a call from another title company or signing service or, you know, to be on the phone while you're in a signing. But the fact is, because of the importance of what's in front of you, you need to really give it your undivided attention. You can't make mistakes, and you can't afford to make mistakes because your attention was in other places during the signing. You're there to witness them signing the docs. So how can you witness them signing the docs if you're actually not paying attention and you're not focused on what's happening at the table? The fifth tip is to be well dressed. Your outward appearance should reflect a high level of professionalism. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to wear a three-piece suit and a tie or a full dress suit for the ladies, but you should be dressed like you're going to a business meeting. You should be dressed professionally because you want the borrower not only to have a good experience, but you want them to feel like that experience is being taken seriously. The sixth tip is to inform the borrower of your role. Politely inform the borrower that your job is to witness them executing the loan documents. This is for reasons of preventing mortgage fraud and verifying identity. Some documents actually need to be recorded as part of public record. So that means watching them execute the documents correctly is extremely important. Your job is to explain the function of the documents, to not necessarily explain all the technicalities of the documents, especially not loan specifics, terms, or interest rates. And that brings me to the seventh tip, which is to carefully observe the execution of each document. Remember, you are a notary before you're a loan signing agent, and so in order to properly notarize a document, you need to ensure that what you're notarizing is done correctly, and you also need to be able to fill out the notary sections of these documents correctly. The eighth tip is not to collect any cash or checks payable to you. After all, you are getting paid for the assignment by the title company or the signing service, but you should not be accepting any cash or checks that are payable to you at that signing in exchange for your services. Simple enough, right? The ninth tip is to be knowledgeable. Now, this is where a lot of debate comes up in the notary loan signing agent world, because there's a line of thinking that says all you have to do is tell them where to sign. You don't have to explain any of the documents. And there's another line of thinking that says that you should at least briefly explain the documents. You have to remember, as a notary loan signing agent, the expectation, I believe, of many title companies, escrow officers, mortgage companies will be that you have a basic understanding of what each document is. Again, you may not be able to explain the technicalities and the legal implications of every single document, but you should at least be able to read the title of the document and briefly describe the document to the borrower. After all, you want the borrower to be confident in what they're signing. And I'll just leave that right there. And the 10th and final tip is to be accurate. You have to ensure that all documents are properly signed and notarized. And that's why it's important for the signing in front of you to have your undivided attention. You also have to understand that a re-sign or a re-execution of the documents can be costly for the title company, for the lender, for the borrower, and ultimately for you. It's important to understand if any part of the loan package is not signed correctly, the title company, escrow officer, or lender may request for all of part of the package to be re-signed. This will not only impact the borrower and perhaps the funding of their loan, but this will ultimately negatively impact the fee that you receive for performing the signing. Remember, there are documents that are part of these loan packages that will need to be recorded as part of public records. So it's important that they're signed correctly so that when it comes time for them to be recorded with the city, county, or state for the property in question, that there's no issue with actually recording those documents. So I hope you found these 10 tips for signing agent etiquette success helpful. I'm no notary loan signing agent expert. I have found that these 10 tips have been helpful to me as a notary loan signing agent, and I really believe they will be helpful to you. So if you got value in this video, again, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll be informed when I upload brand new content. Until the next video, peace.